What's going on, guys? Radio Graffiti here, and today I want to talk to you guys about DC Universe Online. Now, if you watched my channel for a while, you know DC Universe Online is one of my favorite games that I've ever played. I don't see myself ever playing another video game for over 10 years like I have for DC Universe Online. I still remember the day I first downloaded DC Universe Online, and I ended up waking up at like 4 AM to play it for the first time ever. And I've been playing the game basically ever since. I mean, obviously I've taken breaks here and there ever since. I've taken a couple months off or whatever for playing the game, because eventually you just gotta take a break. But over the past 6 months, it's gotten to the point where I haven't cared at all to play this game, which is extremely unusual, because this is a video game I used to play basically every single day, like all the time. This has been one of my favorite games for a long time, and then recently, ever since the stat clamp, it's been the final nail in the coffin for DC Universe Online for me. Like, I log in like maybe once a week, like 5 minutes, and I log out. What are the reasons for this? Well, let's run through it, shall we? One of the reasons being, like I said, the stat clamp. I feel like the stat clamp has completely ruined PvE. PvE used to be like the main thing on DC Universe Online, and now I don't even care to use it anymore. I don't care to play it. I don't understand why they even did this in the first place, because it's like, I'm seeing so many veteran players saying, oh, you know, I got tired of playing this instance and just one-shotting everything. You know, it's too easy for me. I wanted to feel challenged again, running old content. It's like, have you ever heard of creating a new character? Or just taking off your gear? I've never understood that argument at all. And that's been the main thing I've seen people defending as far as the stat clamp, that they wanted a challenge again, and that people were crying that everything was too easy for them. Makes no sense to me. What's the point of leveling up if you're going to be just as weak as everybody else now? That was one of the main advantages of PvE, so that I can go in there and just demolish things, get my styles, get my easy feats, because you know you can just shoot up to like level 300 and everything older is going to be a piece of cake for you. But now they made it to where you're just as weak and strong as everybody else now. You're basically leveled. Kind of like when you run a seasonal event. Not everybody's about the same level. That's boring. I'm not trying to spend 20 minutes in alerts again, or an hour in raids because the rest of the group doesn't know what to do. No thank you. I'll pass on that. Ever since that stat clamp came out, I've really just not cared to even play DC Universe Online anymore. And I gave it a shot, but I really just am not feeling this update at all. I wish they changed it back to the way it was. I like being able to one-shot things. That's kind of the whole reason I even leveled up my character and PvE, was so that I can be stronger in older content and it'd be easier for me. I have a life. I don't have time to spend hours and hours grinding feats all day. The game has basically become kind of a 9-to-5 job. It's become a chore. And I play video games for fun, not so I can have another job to go to. You know, there's hundreds and hundreds of skill points in the game now. I don't even care to get them anymore. I'm just way so far behind that I don't even care. The game does basically nothing to help you kind of catch up for people who are just starting out. I feel really bad for new players because they're going to be so far behind. They have literally no chance of catching up at all. And all the people who've been playing for over 5-10 years or whatever are like, who cares? And then they wonder why the game's dying. Another reason I felt this way is because PvP is completely dead. Nobody is looking at PvP seriously since like 2016. That's like the last big update PvP has gotten. Ever since then, it's like the developers do not care about it at all. There's barely been anything at it at all to play. There used to be like events for PvP that they would live stream, but now they just don't care about it at all. So why should we? It's damn near impossible to get the PvP feats anymore because nobody queues up for this stuff anymore. It's completely dead. There's like a smaller group of people who still PvP, but it's not enough to keep the game alive. You know, and every time you queue up for PvP nowadays, you run into those kind of people who just completely demolish you because they play PvP 24/7. It's like their life. So PvP has been dead for a long time, and they are never going to do anything with it. I don't know why anybody still holds out hope for that. So PvE has been ruined thanks to the stat clamp, so now it's boring. PvP has been dead for a long time. Well, there's always the chats, right? You can always go into the chats. You're right, you can go into the chats. It's fun going into the DCUO chats and just typing away to people. I spent probably hundreds of hours in total in shout chat and trade chat, all these different chats, 5v5 chat. It's a lot of fun typing to people on DCUO, getting into arguments or having constructive conversations, whether it be about the video game or superhero movies or real life, whatever the case may be. It's fun talking to people on here because you can talk to people from all over the world. You have no idea who you're typing to, and it doesn't really matter. It's just fun to have a conversation with people through the internet. And sometimes, you know, you can say things like, you know, just cussing, and not even being in an argument, but you could just be cussing, and then you get reported. So that's the main problem with the chats now, is that you have so many DCUO Karens, all these wannabe DCUO police, that want to report people for whatever they type. If you say anything at all that could be looked at as offensive, they'll report you. So it's not even fun watching arguments in the chats anymore. It's not fun typing in the chats anymore because you gotta type with the fear of, oh, what if some Dcuo police officer tries to get me banned? It's so easy. Like, you just type in shout chat and then you say a couple cuss words and oh, next day you can't even log in. You're gone for 7 days because you said fuck a couple times. It's just ridiculous. You can't even type anymore without people getting offended. If you hate so much seeing people type in the chat, turn on your profanity filter or get rid of the chat. There's no reason you should be trying to get rid of people's accounts because of how they type. We're grown adults. It's an online game. There's no way you can have everybody talk so nicely. It's like the game just thinks we're going to be like, oh hey Dave, how you doing? Ha ha, ready to run some PvE content? Ha 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 ha. Funny fun fun. Like, do they think we just talk like a Disney movie or something? Like, no. This is a game with a lot of adults that play. They're gonna be saying fuck and a lot of other cuss words. Hell, have you heard of fucking voice chat in this game?
Black Ops 3, nigga straight stupid.
Because I fucking can, pussy.
Nigga straight stupid.
Niggas got wax out this bitch. Fuck wrong with you, nigga.
I think he mad because I got a job and you don't. I make more money than this bitch ass mom.
You
Yeah.
make like $100. You make minimum wage.
Mom, bitch. Tell her that.
You make minimum wage.
Hey,
You not
Ted.
making racks, nigga.
Hey, tell your mom, man. I just tell your
You
phone,
make
bitch.
minimum wage.
People say the N-word every 5 seconds. So, you know, the chats are just basically a death sentence for your account now. Okay, so PvE has been ruined. PvP is dead. Can't go in the chats anymore because of the Karens. Well, there's always the styles, right? You would be right. Dcuo does have some fun styles. It's fun to have all these different materials and head pieces, chest pieces, back pieces, all this different stuff. You can make so many different characters. As many styles as they have in the game, you can literally make just about any character that's ever existed in fiction or non-fiction. There is just so many styles. But unfortunately, it's extremely difficult to get a lot of those styles because 1, a lot of them are unavailable, and number 2, the community charges an arm and a leg to even get one style. They charge like hundreds of millions to billions of dollars to get all the cool rare styles nowadays. It's extremely difficult to impossible to get. You have to literally spend real life money to be able to get anything. Like, let's say there's an aura that came out in a booster bundle back in like 2013 or 2014, and you want to get it now in 2022. Well, if you weren't playing back then and didn't open up your wallet to spend hundreds of dollars on those booster bundles, then you're fucked. Because now you're going to end up having to pay probably $5 billion in the game for that aura. That's too much money for you? Well, you're never going to get it. You have 0 chance of getting it now. So it's extremely difficult to get styles on this game without paying a shitload of money. And who the fuck is trying to spend all that time grinding money just to be able to buy this shit? Not to mention they have so many materials and so many time capsules that have had so many different items and styles and stuff. It's hard to keep up with everything. And they charge you a whole ass load of money to even get it. So there's just no fun in it. Everything just feels like a chore. You go over on PvE, you're stuck the same level as everybody else. You go run PvP, you're going to be spending a good hour for it to even queue up. Not to mention the AV8s that used to be the best part about PvP. One of the most fun parts about PvP back in the day was running AV8s and just having a whole throwdown against a whole nother side. It was a lot of fun. Nowadays, you cannot even get to these raids. I don't know why they don't just give out these feats for free, because there's literally no way you can get them anymore. It's damn near fucking impossible. You go into the chats trying to have some fun, start some conversation with people? Well, you better watch what you say, because there could be a Dcuo police officer trying to watch you. And when I say Dcuo police officer, I'm talking about just some no-life who's just wandering around the watchtower or whatever, just watching the chat like a loser. They never do anything, they just chill on their base and watch trade chat or whatever, and then get ready to report people. They submit a ticket on you for cussing or hate speech or whatever they want to classify it as, because they have no life. I look at players like Tropical Skittles. They're the type of person who does that kind of stuff, you know, just an old boomer who's miserable and just basically wants to ruin people's day by getting rid of their Dcuo account for what they type. It's just ridiculous how sensitive this game has gotten. You can't even type anything anymore. And then, oh, you want rare fun styles that make your character look extremely unique? Well, you better be prepared to pay a whole shitload of money for it. You know, it's just no fun anymore. What's the point of playing a video game if it's no fun anymore? You play video games to have fun, to escape from the real world, not to go over here and have a 9-to-5 job. The game has just gotten so money hungry and so greedy, it's not even fun to play anymore. And that's why I haven't been playing it anymore. I just haven't cared anymore. It's just too much. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? What am I wrong about? Tell me in the comment section down below. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on the PvE situation, but you know, that's fine. Feel free to try to convince me how you think this stat clamp is good for Dcuo at all. As far as I've seen, it's done nothing but kill it. So, I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the video.